Is staying close to the island when in Pigeon Forge worth it? And can you afford it? Today's video, I'm going to show you a few places we've tried close to the island and talk about our experiences. Welcome to Bear Facts, where we explore the Smoky Mountains one bear fact at a time. To be honest, we only really stay in Pigeon Forge a couple times a year, and that's Jeep Week and Christmas time. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you might know we have a tiny rock of land we own about 20 miles from Gatlinburg. So you might be asking, why would you waste the money? And that would be a good question. So here's the answer. Parking and traffic. Yep, that's it. Parking and traffic. Sometimes you just don't want to battle either one. So we pick a place and stay a night or two. We get to enjoy the convenience of being close to the attractions while also avoiding the traffic. And for 1 or 2 days, we also don't need to worry about parking. And believe me when I say that, it's worth it sometimes. If you're familiar with the Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion, it's held August each year at the LeConte Conference Center adjacent to the island. If you've never been to it, you might not realize how big it's gotten. Lots and lots of Jeeps all packed into the island and no parking to be found for miles. So staying at a hotel in the area makes sense, at least for Jeep Week. The other time we want to escape the traffic and have easy parking is during Christmas. And even though all of Pigeon Forge is lit up like a giant Christmas tree, the island is where most of the fun is centered, especially at the Riverwalk, where Pigeon Forge hosts the Winterfest of Lights. And staying close to the island and all the lights is just fun. Because Pigeon Forge is known for price gouging during peak times, things can get expensive. So we try to bargain hunt as much as possible, but we also want a nice place, something with good reviews, close enough to walk to the island from, and maybe a good price. I don't ask for much, really. Now, if you don't know what the island is, to sum it up, there's a shopping and food and entertainment district that's free to enter, has free parking, and a variety of activities and things that people can do and see. Some are even free. I love that word, don't y'all? I mean, how often can you say that word anymore? But most of the things happening at the island do come at a cost. But if you want to just walk around, window shop, watch the fountain show, or enjoy the Riverwalk, all these come free. In today's video, we'll show you a few hotels we stayed at in Pigeon Forge and give you our impressions of each one. And though I don't like to give reviews per se, I will tell you the highlights and lowlights of each place. If you're looking for negative reviews, check out TripAdvisor. I'm sure you can find something awful about each place. But I'm not being paid either. I will tell you how it is. But know this, I won't give a bad review on a place. You just won't see a video on it from me. Each location I will highlight will be within walking distance of the island, can be found on Orbitz or other major booking platforms, and have more good reviews than bad. So with that being said, let's get started. I'm going to start with the one that is the closest to the island and also the most expensive. Let's just get that one out of the way. I have done a full video on this place, which I will leave a link in the description. Margaritaville in the island is so close to the island that they actually were built above the shops. If you ever visited the island and walk around the shopping area and look up, that's the hotel. Each room at the resort either faces the island or the river bend behind the island, but the entire place is built above the island. And if you do decide to stay at Margaritaville, you will find, or you won't find, a closer place to all the activities. Margaritaville has 2 full restaurants, a Starbucks, and many bars. This is a full resort with a spa, gym, hot tub, cabana rentals, and even a rooftop pool with fantastic views of the fountains below. The resort has really large rooms, each with their own balcony and fireplace. They all have the amenities you might need, including a kitchenette in each room, coffee machines, refrigerators, and microwave. The rooms are all interior and all on the second floor. Now, The downside to Margarita are these: prices, noise, and accessibility. The resort can get very pricey, and most people just won't want to pay $500 a night. They don't have a continental breakfast, and there is a $10 fee a night to park there. Even though the island parking is free, you can't park overnight, and Margaritaville capitalizes on this. As for accessibility, unless you pay extra for valet parking, the parking area is pretty far from the main entrance. Even if you get valet parking, you still might end up getting a room on the other side of the resort, so a lot of walking might be in your future if you stay. The last issue we ran into is noise. Because you're staying above the island, the party keeps going until 11 to midnight, and that's if your neighbor doesn't bring it back to their room, which happened to us when we were there. I will give it to the hotel staff. When we called the front desk to see if they can do something about it, they did right away. Just get a Riverview room if you're a light sleeper or want to get to bed before midnight. It's a beautiful resort and we really enjoyed it, but it's not cheap. We would consider staying again, but only when the rooms drop below $200. If any of the above things scare you a little bit, consider staying at the Inn at Margaritaville. The location is very close to the island. They have a free hot continental breakfast, closer parking, are further from the main hub of the island, and tend to run cheaper. They're also owned by different people, so no island hopping for you. However, they have both an inside and outside pool. The island Margaritaville only has the rooftop pool, which is outside. Now, for a better price, but still get a 5-star treatment, the next place we would talk about is one of the newest in the area, the Wayback by Marriott. The Wayback took over the hotel across the street from the island and renovated the entire property. They reopened, I'm not sure what they call it, but anyway, they opened it in 2023. Each room was completely gutted. They put in hardwood floors, new bedding, and bathrooms, and overhauled everything. It's a really nice resort now. The decor in the room is very retro, from the wall art to the lamps and furniture. Even the mini fridge has a 1950s vibe. But though it might look like something from an Andy Warhol painting, I guarantee you wouldn't feel like you're in a hotel in the 1960s. There are plenty of outlets with charging stations as well as a nice big TV in each room. The room also comes with an electronic safe, hair dryers, and a fancy robe to walk around in. They also provide real glass tumblers and real ceramic mugs. You also get 2 complimentary water bottles. All of the rooms have outside entrances, and there are several levels, though they have a ramp access as well as an elevator for the 3 floors. The Wayback has a really nice pool and lounge area with a 0 entrance pool, hot tub, and poolside bar. They put up a wall around the pool for privacy, and in the winter have bubble cabanas you can hang out in for warmth and privacy. The 1960s bullet style camper they refitted to be a poolside bar was a nice touch. They also have a restaurant, but we didn't eat there. The food choices didn't appeal to my picky eater of a husband. There is a crosswalk right across their doors that lead you directly to the island, and parking is free. You are also really close to the island and have many good dining places to choose from. The downside to the Wayback is they tend to be a little pricey, between $150 and $300 a night. They also don't offer a continental breakfast. Also, some people don't like it when a property has only outside room access, but others like the ease of parking at their door and just walking in. We have never felt unsafe here, but it's something that some people think of. Now, one thing we have noticed in Pigeon Forge is that the hotels are very competitive. They want your return business and make sure that they try and keep the property clean and up to date. The last 2 hotels I'm pointing out are large chain hotels that don't always get a good rap. The first is the Red Roof. This one is right across from the island next to the Jurassic Jungle boat ride, which is a hoot if you ever are in the area. Not attraction to take seriously, but so much fun if you're in the mood to enjoy an early 2000 attraction that just never got a facelift. Now, we read up on the reviews and saw that most people rated it as okay. The hotel has 4 things going for it. They are clean, inexpensive, and very close to the island, and have done some renovations. Not sure what was going on with the air conditioner. There is no doubt that the retro vibe you're getting here is truly genuine. Unlike the Wayback, who paid tons of money to look retro, the Red Roof earned that title by actually being retro. Not necessarily in a bad way, but not always in a good way either. The Red Roof is as basic as you can get. They have a small outside pool, which they advertise as being the cleanest in the area. They have family suites and large rooms. The rooms are all provided with refrigerators and microwaves, and the bathrooms were all renovated. The room we stayed in had a bathtub-style shower, great for families, but most people these days prefer the walk-in kind. Still, the room was clean and stocked with all the essentials such as shampoo, body soap, and conditioner. I like that they took out the rugs. I'm not a big fan of rugs at hotels. The rugs might help with noise control, but rugs are just gross. The best thing about the Red Roof Inn in Pigeon Forge wasn't the stellar views. You get a partial view of the mountains from one side and the back of Jurassic Ride on the other, and you can see the wheel if you look closely. And it wasn't the beds, which were okay. It certainly wasn't the questionable guests that used the hallway as their own personal balcony to hang out all night outside a room. Yeah, we had our guns right next to the nightstand the whole time. No, the best part of staying here is the breakfast. The Red Roof has a deal with Reagan's Breakfast House next door. Each night you stay at the Red Roof, you get a complimentary pancake breakfast and drink. Or for $7 upcharge, you can get the whole breakfast buffet, which if you want a full review on, follow the link in the descriptions because yeah, they got a video. They were just that awesome. The bacon was so amazing. Now, would I stay at the Red Roof again? They are inexpensive and they're very clean, but we don't have plans to go back anytime soon. And it's not that they did anything wrong, but the whole balcony party outside our door was just a big turnoff. At one point, 2 other people started having an argument. It was just an uncomfortable experience. I'm not saying this couldn't happen anywhere, but it happened here, and that's the reason many people don't like rooms that face outside. Also, I'm a light sleeper. The hotel needs to replace those air conditioning units and finish updating the rest of the motel. If you are on a budget and don't care about spending much time in your room, the Red Roof Inn and Suites in Pigeon Forge is a great location. It's clean and can be very affordable, though we are now loyal Reagan customers. The last place on my list, in my opinion, has the best of all the worlds. They're very close to the island, have great reviews, and are far more affordable than Margaritaville or Wayback. The Quality Inn at Pigeon Forge is actually a really good hotel if you're on a budget, or even if you're not on a strict budget. They're that good if you ask me. We stayed here this fall looking for a place that didn't price gouge as bad as the other locations and a place with good reviews. This one seemed to fit the bill. Now, the Quality Inn has a certain reputation. They tend to be that cheap hotel in a great location, known for budget-friendly accommodations, with the budget to match their decor and upkeep. But this Quality Inn is actually in a really good place, and they have put the money into their property as well. The reviews tell the story. Now, as I pointed out, they are right across from the island. They have free parking and their rooms all have been maintained or renovated fairly recently. They also keep up the grounds, have 2 pools, and have one of the best continental breakfasts we had ever had in a hotel. So let's start with the rooms though. All of the rooms have outside-facing doors. This might be the biggest concern for most people, but unlike the last place we talked about, no one was having a party on the balcony. It might be that we actually encountered staff walking the grounds and actively greeting guests. I noticed that when you have more staff at a hotel, the other guests tend to behave better. And we have been to a few Quality Inns where that was the case. The rooms were very spacious, but they still had rugs. Not a fan, but they were clean looking. I just won't be doing any yoga on them. The beds were perhaps some of the nicest beds we have slept on in a long time in a hotel. Both of us woke up the next day and commented that we slept well, though the exhaustion from the 10-hour drive sure helped. Either way, they had good beds and really nice pillows. I really wanted to take one home. The room was stocked with a refrigerator, microwave, and coffee maker, and there were lots and lots of outlets, something that we really appreciate in this day and age. What made the room really stand out was the 65-inch television. Now that is something worth talking about. You will get shower gels, shampoos, and conditioners, but this place isn't as fancy, so no electronic safe, glass tumblers, or robes. You will get a coffee machine with disposable carry cups with your coffee supplies. Now, here is where the Quality Inn at Pigeon Forge really stands out: their hot continental breakfast and pool. Let's start with the pool. They have two pools. One is outside with a hot tub, and this one was closed when we went as it was colder. The other pool is inside, though the hot tub was a little on the small side and had bubble jets that created mini volcanoes. It was the fact that their pool is open 24 hours that really stands out. Yes, you heard me right. They are open 24 hours. I have never been to a place with a pool open all the time. Now, the breakfast was also good. They had biscuits and gravy, waffle makers, hot sausages, eggs, toast, cereals, and coffee. I mean, this place was well stocked, and you could tell people were aware of it because it was busy. But because they spread it out along the entire back wall, you don't really have to wait for anything but the waffles. The line moved quickly. One other thing that the Quality Inn that is unique is it has a jumping trampoline behind the back building. It's one of those blow-up trampolines that look like a giant ball. Up until we stayed here, I've never tried one. But boy, is it fun! I imagine the people were just looking out their window and wondering about those weird people hopping around. But I didn't care, it was fun. So, there you have it. 3 places close to the island with all different ranges of prices, amenities, and expectations. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I don't do negative reviews, nor will I be overly positive. I'm not getting paid to talk about these places. I'm just sharing my experiences. Some out there might have had better or worse experiences, and if you want to weigh in on the comments, please feel free to do so. I hope this video helps you learn more about the Smoky Mountains or helps you plan your own next trip. You're getting an honest review from our personal experiences, but facts and things change, so please keep us in the loop if you learn anything new and want to share your experiences in the comments. Thanks again for visiting us at Bare Facts of the Smoky Mountains. Please click that like button and subscribe to our channel.